People have asked me, how do I effectively pray for my loved ones to walk in the true understanding and call of God on their lives? And this is an important question because there is a path that we have to take to awaken to our true self. What does that mean? When God created us, there was a spirit man that he put in us, and that spirit man is our true self. But as we live our life, we start acquiring knowledge and experience. And sometimes that knowledge and experience is not what God wants, but what the world wants to give us. And then we start judging everything before us by this knowledge and experience we have acquired. And this knowledge and experience can cause the lens of our view to be blurred. So we start seeing the world in a way that God didn't want us to see it. We start measuring the world in scales in our heart that's not accurate. And we start living life like that. And that's how the enemy binds us. He binds us and that we cannot get out of it. That's exactly what happened to the prodigal son. He was living in his father's house, but then he started looking and he thought, I'm not living in true freedom. I have limitations in my father's house and I want to live in true freedom. So he thought, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go find this freedom. And that's exactly what he did. He thought that what he was seeing was accurate and correct. Only when he left his father's house and he experienced life, it says in Luke 15:17, that when he came to himself, he said, how many of my father's hired servants have more than enough bread, but I perish here with hunger? So it says that he came to himself. He came to himself. There was an awakening. He woke up to who God had created him to be. He woke up into who he truly was, not what the world told he was. And when he woke up to the true identity in who he was, he started seeing the world differently. And he said, I have to go back to my father's house where there is true freedom. I have to go back to my father's house where I was not limited, but I had freedom. So he got up and he went back. That is coming to your true self. So when you're praying for your loved ones, pray that the mercy of God locates them, that the light of God locates them, so that the mercy and light of God will cause them to come to themselves, to awaken to their true self, that all the bondages the enemy has put will be removed and they will arise to who God created them to be. So I hope this has blessed you in praying the right and effective prayers for your loved ones.